What's up, everyone? Here's my nonverbals today, or for the nonverbal assignment. From the video, the 20-second clip of them man getting fired, some things I noticed were at the very end, the gestures on the people firing him, like right after he said, when he brought his kids up to it for his rhetorical question, they tried so hard not to make eye contact with him. Like they were trying so hard, they're just like, and stuff like that, just because literally the whole time he was beating into their soul. He was giving them really good eye contact the whole entire time, just to let them know how much this means to him and how this is like hurting his family and everything. And some other things I noticed was he stayed calm the whole entire time with the rhetorical question, just trying to make him feel so guilty for firing him, and then just bringing up the family and kids at the end or whatnot. But yeah, right before the other woman at the end, she just had, like right before that part started, like the very first like 3-second clip, when the other woman was talking, she had a very stern look on her face and everything. And another time was the woman, they panned to her when the guy was asking the rhetorical question. She had like a look like, she looked soulless, just like staring at him, just looked so guilty and so uncomfortable about this firing and everything. While the other guy, the guy firing him, the boss or whatnot, kind of had like not a smirk, but like something like, I don't know how to explain it, but he had one of those looks on his face. But yeah, that's what I got from that. For my parents, so I did on FaceTime, which made it more difficult to like understand the nonverbals or whatnot, because I couldn't see their face at all times. So that's basically that part. But I talked to my mom and dad because it was Mother's Day, so I was like, okay, and I also the assignment kind of last minute on accident. But yeah, and the question, so a little bit of background. My parents are coming up Wednesday to go to the Mariners game with me or whatnot, and the game's at 1:35. So the question I asked them was, what time are you guys going to leave at for the game? And my mom's thinking for a second, because she was trying to think of what time, so she's giving this gesture. My dad responds sharply and goes, 8:30 a.m. My mom gives like a kind of chuckle and goes, I'm not leaving until 9. Like one of these, like, I don't know how to explain it, but she's kind of like laughing a little bit. Like, I'm not leaving until 9, like one of these type of vibes, like raise her eyebrow. And then my dad's face was like, he was like, well, it's the traffic and everything's gonna be awful or whatnot. And then my mom's like, then my mom just like kind of gave a was like, we do not need to leave till 9 a.m. And like, I'm not leaving till 9 a.m. Like the same type of gesture, like raising her eyebrows and everything. And she was like talking in a super convincing voice, like she was already convinced. And then my dad, who, was like, well, then we're gonna he kind of brought his hands up a little bit and was like, well, then we're gonna get stuck in traffic or whatnot, like in Portland, because that's when everyone goes to work, because it's still a Wednesday game. So that's what he was worried about. But my mom was still convinced, like the whole time. She's like, I'm not leaving till 9. But she's like, we'll leave 9 at the latest or whatnot. But then my dad was still trying to think. But he's he's a little bit more of like a panicker a little bit kind of thing. Like he's always like, we have to leave 2 hours or 3 hours before the airport every single time, no matter what happens. Because that's just how he is. Like there'll be times where like me and him, we get to the airport 3 hours early for no reason, because he thought the TSA line would be bad. But he's still convinced, and he's like looking up the times and everything. He's like, well, we got to go pick up me and stuff. And he's like, traffic getting out of there is going to be awful and everything. But yeah, he had like this type of look on his face where he was like kind of a worried look or whatnot. But my mom was really relaxed, just kind of laughing and everything, just not really caring too much. But yeah, that was basically what I learned from it. And I'd say it is hard to do nonverbals, especially in a conversation. Like when I was watching the YouTube video and then you can slow it down, it's not that bad, because everything is there or whatnot. Like you can slow down the videos and everything. So yeah, that was one thing It made it harder, like seeing it in time, in person, like really just studying their face. Cause you don't wanna, cause I didn't screen record or anything like that. So it was tougher because I wanted to pay attention to their gestures, but I also wanted to pay attention to what they're saying in their tone of voice and everything. But basically that was all, and thank you.